Did you know that your brain right now, as you watch this video, is processing billions of operations per second? Let this number ingrain in your mind for a moment. Billions of nerve signals flow between brain cells at tremendous speed. Every movement, every thought, and every decision starts from billions of nerve signals moving in amazing harmony. Working in harmony to make you understand this video and feel what is being said, you may then decide to share it with your friends. But not only that, let me surprise you more. This small organ, which weighs less than 2% of your body weight, consumes about 20% of your entire body's energy. It's like a high-performance engine that runs non-stop from your birth to the present day. However, this engine is silent and does not need external modernization. But why? How could a piece of gray meat so easy to look at be so smart? The truth is that the brain is not just a data processing machine. He is a living miracle. Inside it is a network of about 86 billion neurons. To simplify it, imagine a giant city where each person has access to 10,000 other people at any given time. This is exactly what's happening in your brain. More than 100 trillion neural connections working in unison, like the internet, but on an unimaginable level. And the surprising thing? This network never stops evolving. Every time you learn something new or think of a new idea, your brain rearranges itself, creates new connections, and works better. There is no machine on Earth capable of doing this. Now, prepare to be even more amazed, because we're about to dive deep into the mystery that makes your brain the most complex tool in the universe. How does the brain work? Imagine that your mind is like a huge city, but it works non-stop. The number of neurons in the human brain is estimated at 86 billion neurons. Now, put this number in context. This is greater than the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. But numbers alone do not explain the complexity. Each neuron can connect to up to 10,000 other cells, creating an amazing network of 100 trillion neural connections. This is what makes the brain not just a processor, but an integrated network that reorganizes itself constantly. What distinguishes the brain from machines? Machines are programmed to do precisely defined tasks, such as performing massive calculations or performing repetitive tasks at breakneck speed. Take, for example, supercomputers like Fugaku, which can process huge amounts of data to simulate the climate or study the formation of the universe. These machines rely on algorithms, fixed and carefully developed, but when we talk about your brain, it is completely different. Your brain does not need prior instructions or reprogramming. He is constantly learning. Imagine that you have now decided to learn a new language. Once you start, your brain reorganizes itself, forms new connections, and creates unique ways of processing information. Meanwhile, you can play a piece of music on the piano while you plan to prepare your next meal. Machines. It needs to update its software or enter new instructions to change its functions, while your brain simply adapts. For example, when a person loses the sense of sight, the brain can reallocate the parts responsible for it to improve other senses such as hearing or touch. This neuroplasticity cannot be achieved by any artificial device or system. Now here's the surprise. Even the latest artificial intelligence technologies, such as robots programmed to understand speech or recognize images, cannot perceive real emotions. These bots may react based on data patterns, but they don't feel. On the contrary, your brain not only stores information, but also creates meanings from this information, linking it to your previous experiences and feelings, giving you the ability to create and express. Take, for example, when you listen to a song that moves you emotionally, your brain doesn't just store the words, it links it to your memories, happy or sad moments, creating a unique experience for each person. Machines cannot understand this depth because they simply simulate and do not live. Mind and creativity, a unique force. Did you know that every small decision you make, such as what to eat today, requires complex processing involving past experiences, moods, and even anticipation of the future? Machines cannot fully mimic this level of creative thinking. Imagine that you are standing in front of a long list. Your brain cannot. It chooses based not only on hunger, but takes into account your memories of foods you liked, your current state of health, and even the impact of that choice on your day. Now, Think about the future. Recent experiments are connecting the brain to a computer via technology known as brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. This technology allows humans to control electronic devices or even communicate with them directly through brain activity. Imagine being able to operate a computer or drive a car just by thinking about it. But the bigger question here is, will there ever come a day when we will surpass the limits of the human mind? Or will we always be one step ahead of machines? Consider a company like Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, which is developing brain interfaces that aim to augment human capabilities. These technologies could allow us to improve our memories, or even upload knowledge directly into our brains. But does this mean that we will become more powerful than machines? Or are we simply augmenting ourselves with them? There is no clear answer to this question yet. But one thing is certain: the human brain remains the greatest mystery that humans have yet to fully decipher. Despite the tremendous advances in neuroscience, there is still a lot we don't know about how the brain works. For example, how exactly are memories stored, and how can our brains generate creative ideas out of thin air? These questions continue to baffle scientists. But let's dig deeper. Imagine that in the future, we could connect our brains to a global network of information, like the internet, but directly. This could open new doors to creativity and learning, but it also raises ethical and practical questions. What will happen to our privacy? How will we protect our brains from being hacked? And will we lose some of our humanity as we become more dependent on technology? Ultimately, the human brain is not just a biological machine, it is the center of human identity. Even with technological advances, the human brain remains unique in its capacity for creativity, intuition, and adaptation. We may be able to enhance our capabilities, but we will never be able to replace the human spirit that makes us who we are. At the end of the day, no machine can replicate the human spirit. Our abilities to dream, create, and communicate are what make our brains the most complex machines in the universe. Imagine for a moment, when you look at a painting, listen to a piece of music, or read a moving poem, what is happening in your brain? It's not just information processing, it's a deep, soul-touching feeling. That feeling is what makes us human. Take, for example, artistic creation. When an artist paints a picture, they are not just moving a brush across a canvas. They are expressing deep emotions, memories, and even dreams. This is a process that no machine can fully understand. Yes, AI can produce art based on data patterns, but it will never be able to capture the passion that an artist feels when creating something from scratch. Now, let's get back to the big question. Will AI ever outperform the human brain? The answer is not simple. Yes, machines may be faster at calculating and more accurate at performing tasks, but they will never be able to have human intuition, the ability to create from scratch, or the ability to feel empathy. These qualities are what make us human, and they are what make our brain the most complex machine in the universe. Now, it's your turn. What do you think? Do you think that artificial intelligence can one day surpass the human brain? Or will the human spirit always remain unique? Write your comment now and share your opinion with us. And don't forget to support the channel by liking, subscribing, and activating the bell to be the first to watch the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and see you soon in more exciting and interactive videos.